Hello there.
Ayégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayégún dáyàrí ayégún bàwá. Ayégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayégún dáyàrí ayégún bàwá. Ayégún ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Ayégún dáyàrí ayégún bàwá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Ayégún dáyàrí.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun, which also happened to be the first broadcast in the month of October. In Nigeria, they are pretending to be celebrating Independence Day. I don't know what you are celebrating, but I do have for you this morning, this afternoon, depends on the time you are joining us, the happenings from the contraption, the 64-year-old baby. And that is Nigeria, the mismanaged contraption. 64 years, a baby. Tell everybody that cares to listen and probably to join us. Tell them that Mayegun today. Mayegun today.
Mayegun today. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Mayegun today. Ayé ẹ̀sùn làkì. Mayegun today.
Happy New Month.
Mayegun today.
Dear Templars. To those who like Mayegun and those who don't really like Mayegun, it doesn't really matter. Kalu has predicted he has taken the business of lying to another level. And I am here to help you understand that indeed propaganda can't really run a country. Not a country that is already failed country. Tinubu spent 20 minutes lying to millions of people, and Nigeria media have been sharing the nonsense. Not even a single person, not even a single media platform has done a fact-checking of all the lies that Tinubu spilled this morning. They all just put out their headlines as usual. So please share this. Motide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us from. It is Mayegun, and it is brunch time with Mayegun live. Nigerians who have been the victims of a failed, corrupt, ineffective, inefficient, incompetent regime of Tinubu, they woke up this morning to the barrage of lies, where Tinubu and possibly those who wrote the nonsense, right, lied for 20 straight minutes. And as much as it's so cringy for those who know the truth to watch, there are gullible people that actually swallow the lies. Among the lies that Tinubu told this morning was that they've paid back the 27.5 trillion naira that Bukwari printed and shared. Nobody wants to know how and where did the money they used in paying for that? Where did that come from? They just felt like, hey, wow, he's paid back the money. Similar way that they reduced the number of unemployed Nigerians from over 70% unemployed Nigerians. They reduced it to 5%. And they are telling themselves that Ashe Nigeria no get problem of unemployment, sha. Nobody that is unemployed in Nigeria, sha. So we have been doing it wrongly all this while. Assuming that will actually fix the main socio-economic problem created by joblessness, weak economy or destroyed economy in Nigeria, rather than change it, right, it further aggravated it. And the common slang out there, including today, was that people are hungry and angry. Ebim pawao hunger day in English. So there is no amount of cooking of the book that is going to change what is a fact. They were lying to you about your inflation, lying about almost everything, hoping that if they said that, if they say that, everything will just be fine. No, it won't be fine. And that is why you have Mayegun's Diary Political, where, in case if you are wondering, how come things are so bad? If truly these people said they have done this and that, how come things are so bad? Because they have not done anything in that direction. They have ruined Nigeria and they are cooking the figure. I'm kind of like, so it was so funny, right? When they said that Tinubu said he has paid back the 30 trillion naira ways and means, which is like a white lie. So did they think that they can just doctor the book and that amount of money will just disappear? Sorry, the such debt will just be cleared because somebody inside the CBN decided to write it off. No longer put it in the book. Don't put it in the book anymore that the ways and means, money borrowed by the government, money printed by Bukwari, just say we have paid it, okay? So where is it? Similar way that Emefiole told you that the almost $10 billion they gave to Dangote for his refinery. Before the refinery, he actually produced 1 teaspoon of crude oil. They said Dangote don't pay back 70% of it. Now, Tinubu came, they said, I will not see any money anywhere where Dangote pay. Here you get. Lies won't change anything, okay? Even if it gives you a temporary sort of a psychological relief, in reality, the effect of that looting, the effect of that economic sinkhole is always going to be felt. And they can lie to you. They can't lie to me. And they can't lie to those who care to know the truth. Not those who are kind of feeling like, may God, or wishing that things just get better. I just wish that everything is fine, Sha. I know that God will do it. I know that God, like the God of Adeboye, that will say, IMF, whether you like it or not, Nigeria Naira shall rise again. The fake God of Adeboye and co. That is not how it works. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will start this afternoon. I know it can be a little bit boring, but don't worry. It is a pre-recorded. The cut and join, cut and paste. Paste, copy and paste, cut and join. So it's not like Tinubu trying to make anything. Okay, he was reading it, and they have to do it several times. In the videos I'm going to show to you right now, you can easily tell that they are like cutting and paste, cutting and join. Like they have to retake some of these things many times before they finally got the one they published, right? So this morning, Tinubu broadcasted this. We will be taking it in parts. The first one.
Fellow Nigerians, as I address you today, I am deeply aware of the struggles many of you face in these challenging times. Our administration knows that many of you struggle with rising costs and the search for meaningful employment. I want to assure you that your voices are heard. As your president, I assure you that we are committed to finding sustainable solutions to alleviate the suffering of our citizens. Once again, I plead for your patience as the reforms we are implementing show positive signs, and we are beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Exactly 64 years ago, our founding fathers chose democracy as a form of government and launched the dream of a great country that will lead the rest of Africa out of poverty, ignorance, and underdevelopment. A beacon of hope for the rest of Africa and the world. Over 6 decades later, we can look back and Nigerians worldwide can see how well we have succeeded in realizing the lofty dream of our founding fathers. The world is witnessing and benefiting from the can-do spirit of Nigerian people, our massive intellectual capacity, and our enterprise and industry in all vocations, from art to science, technology to infrastructure. The dreams that our founding fathers envisaged are still work in progress. Every day, we put our hands on the plow, determined to do a better job of it. While it is tempting to focus on what has been left undone and where we have stumbled as a nation, we must never lose sight of how far we have come in forging and holding our country together. Since independence, our nation has survived many crises and upheavals that led to the dissolution and disintegration of many other nations worldwide. 6 years after independence, our country descended into a political crisis that led to a bitter and avoidable civil war. Since returning from the brink of that darkest moment, we have learned to embrace our diversity and manage our differences better as we continue to work towards engendering a more perfect union. Despite the many challenges that buffeted our country, we remain a strong, united, and viable sovereign nation. Dear compatriots, our independence anniversary gave us another chance to reflect on how far we have gone in our journey to nation building and to renew our commitment to building a better nation that will serve present and future generations of Nigerians. While we celebrate the progress we have made as people in the last 64 years, we must also recognize some of our missed opportunities and mistakes of the past if we are to become one of the greatest nations on earth, as God has destined us to be. Our mistake must not be follow into the future. My administration took over leadership of our country 16 months ago at a critical juncture. The economy faced many headwinds and our physical security highly impaired. We found ourselves at a distant crossroad where we must choose between two paths: reform for progress and prosperity, or carry on the business as usual and collapse. We decided to reform our political economy and defense architecture. On the security front, I am happy to announce to you, my compatriots, that our administration is winning the war on terror and banditry. Our target is to eliminate all threats of Boko Haram, banditry, kidnapping for ransom, and the scourge of all forms of violent extremism. Within 1 year, our government has eliminated many Boko Haram and bandit commanders faster than ever. As of the last count, over 300 Boko Haram and bandit commanders have been eliminated by our gallant troops in the northeast, northwest, and some other part of the country. We have restored peace to hundreds of communities in the north, and thousands of our people have been able to return home. It is an unfinished business, I agree, which our security agencies are committed to ending as quickly as possible. As soon as we can restore peace to many communities in the troubled part of the north, our farmers can return to their farms. We expect to see a leap in food production and a downward spiral in food costs. I promise you, we shall not falter on this.
Nuisance lele.
That's the first one, okay? I know you can sit down there and easily just say, can easily just puncture all the lies, all right? Since na speech, then write for say make him read, all right? And in reality, okay, you would expect them to at least give you the names of communities that they have liberated, all right, that people are now returning back to their homes on the issue of insecurity. The light, when they tell you, say they at the end of the tunnel, Nalayo, there is no light at the end of any tunnel. We don't go check them. They've stolen the bulb. They've stolen the generator. They've stolen everything that is there. Everything is darkness, darkness, and darkness. And it's not just say because we don't like the guy. It's because what he's saying to you right there is a pure lie. Of course, they've been able to eliminate, as he put it, they've been able to kill just maybe about 4 TikTok Fulani terrorists. You see those ones that are on TikTok. The Ogbonge Fulani terrorists that are collecting taxes in half of Niger State. The Boko Haram terrorists that are collecting taxes. And the Fulani terrorists that are collecting taxes in Borno State. Half of Borno State. Half of Katsina State. Part of Kaduna State. Yobe. Kerbi. They are still there. Gidigba. People are paying their taxes to them as we speak. And if, what do you call it? The fact that is kind of making it look like they met an economy that was headwind, whatever I said there, right? Again, that was the genesis, or should you say the genesis of more lies that is going to spew. I don't want to waste much of our time. I want us to get over it quick, so I can add my own expose on it before going to something else, okay? Listen to the other one. From the same call this morning. Oh yeah, continue.
Particularly the flooding the part of the country. After Vice President Kashim Shettima visited Maiduguri, I also visited to assure our people that this federal government will always stand with our people in their times of trouble. At the last meeting of the Federal Executive Council, we approved a disaster relief fund to mobilize private and public sector funds to help us respond faster to emergencies. Our government has also ordered integrity tests of our dams in the country to avert future disasters. The economy is undergoing the necessary reforms and retooling to serve us better and more sustainably. If we do not correct the physical misalignment that led to the current economic downturn, our country will face an uncertain future and the peril of unimaginable consequences. Thanks to the reform, our country attracted foreign direct investment worth more than $30 billion in the last year. Fellow compatriots, our administration is committed to free enterprises, free entry, and free exit in investment while maintaining the sanctity and efficacy of our regulatory processes. This principle guides the divestment transaction in our upstream sector, where we are committed to changing the fortune positively. As such, ExxonMobil surplus divestment will receive ministerial approval in a matter of days, having been concluded by the regulator. NUPRC, in line with the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA. This was done in the same manner as other qualified divestment approved in the sector. The move will create vibrancy and increase oil and gas production positively, impacting our economy. The more disciplined approach adopted by the central bank to monetary policy management has ensured stability and predictability in our foreign exchange market. We inherited a reserve of over 33 billion 16 months ago. Since then, we have paid back the inherited forex backlog of 7 billion. We have cleared the ways and means debt of over 30 trillion naira. We have reduced the debt service ratio from 97% to 68%. Despite all this, we have managed to keep our foreign reserve at 37 billion. We continue to meet all our obligations and pay our bills. We are moving ahead with our fiscal policy reforms. We stimulate our productive capacity and create more jobs and prosperity. The Federal Executive Council approved the Economic Stabilization Bill, which will now be transmitted to the National Assembly. This transformative bill will make our business environment more friendly, stimulate investment, and reduce the tax burden on businesses and workers once they are passed into law. As part of our efforts to re-engineer our political economy, we are resolute in our determination to implement the Supreme Court judgment on the financial autonomy of local governments. The central concern of our people today is the high cost of living, especially food costs. This concern is shared by many around the globe as prices and the cost of living continue to rise worldwide. My fellow Nigerians, please be assured that we are implementing many measures to reduce the cost of living at home. I commend the governors, particularly in Kebbi, Niger, Jigawa, Kwara, Nasarawa, and other Southwest governors that have embraced our agricultural production program. I urge other states to join the federal government in investing in mechanized farming. We are playing our part by supplying fertilizer and making tractors and other farm equipment available. Last week, the Federal Executive Council approved establishing a local assembly plant for 2,000 John Deere tractors, combine harvesters, disc riders, bottom plows, and other farm equipment. The plant has a completion time of 6 months. Our energy transition program is on course. We are expanding the adoption of the presidential initiative on compressed natural gas for mass transit with private sector players. The federal government is ready to assist the 36 states and FCT in acquiring CNG buses for cheaper public transportation. Fellow Nigerians, while we are working to stabilize the economy and secure the country, particularly the
nuisance lele.
Omo, because I want to, because I want to actually bust all the lies. So I am going to calm down to explain this. In as much as some of the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alibajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers, the bastards,